For the next 5 weeks, we'll continue our series Building Tallahassee, taking a look at development in the capital city.
In the past, we featured several parts of the city, talked to movers and shakers in the industry, and highlighted upcoming projects to look out for in Tallahassee.
Tonight, WTXL ABC 27 Stephen Jiwanmall revisits some of the projects to see how far and fast they've come along.
Business is brewing at Bannerman Crossings. Red Eye Coffee pouring into development with a new location.
We've always had a pioneer spirit with Red Eye, not only just in locations, but in mission, just being social entrepreneurs.
Red Eye is one of several businesses that weren't there when we checked out the site in May 2016. Now it's part of an emerging section of the city.
Bannerman Crossings is just going to be a destination area for people, and we want to be where people are.
It's been a vision for Claude Walker for 8 years. The CEO of Summit Group says there's a lot more to come.
We have 130 home sites that'll come online. That'll be over the next probably 2 years to 3 years. And that'll add to this because it'll connect the retail to the residential.
As Bannerman Crossing continues to develop, take a look at some other projects we've shown you before that are quickly coming together. First up, Frenchtown. We were here in May 2016 talking about a 5-story complex called Casanas Village. Now construction is well underway on Macomb and Georgia Streets. When completed, it will have 88 units with space for parking and recreation. Heading to the south side now, where the Capitol Cascades Crossing is now complete. We were there for the groundbreaking in June 2015, revisited it in May 2016, and now it's well used, connecting FAMU Way to Cascades Park. Further down South Monroe, the space across from Big Ben Cares is being transformed into a one-stop shop for medical needs. A string of old businesses were there in May 2016. Now, CarePoint Health and Wellness Center is set to open this fall. On the other side of Monroe, we told you about Captain D's replacing the old Shoney's by I-10. Now the seafood restaurant is in full swing, bringing much needed development to that part of town. And finally, we go downtown for perhaps the most visible project in the city. A 6-story building on Monroe and Park, and we got a rare look from the top.
It's going to bring retail downtown, which the city has very much been trying to do for the last 20 years. So we're going to have a 7,000 square foot restaurant on the ground floor with outdoor dining on Park Avenue, which will be a nice amenity for downtown.
The project is scheduled to be completed by September, but there's much more to look forward to as our series takes you to industries and areas seeing growth now and in the future. In Tallahassee, Stephen Jiwanmall, WTXL ABC 27.
Well, our Building Tallahassee series continues tonight with a look at the brand new TCC Center for Innovation. The building at Clayman Plaza is home to our downtown studio.
And as WTXL ABC 27's Stephen Jiwanmall explains, the center is meant to be a hub for bright minds in the community to come together.
Breathing new life into an old building. The former Mary Brogan Museum of Art and Science has been transformed into the TCC Center for Innovation.
It's going to catch the public's attention the fact that it's re-energized. TCC is bringing that energy back to Clayman Plaza.
This is something I've been working on for years, and I'm confident that what this will do is add tremendous value to our community.
The downtown location, an ideal spot for exchanging ideas with different sectors.
You have state and local government all within walking distance of that center. And I would love to see some examples of innovation in government.
There are so many entrepreneurs, and we certainly want to be a part of that space, and we believe that with the opening of the TCC Capital Center, innovation will live here.
The TCC Center for Innovation has 4 floors, including the plaza level we're at right now. It features the WTXL ABC 27 downtown studio, but as you'll see, there's a lot more to come. Walking out of the WTXL ABC 27 downtown studio, you're right in front of Starbucks' first downtown Tallahassee location, owned and operated by TCC. And right next to Starbucks is the New Horizons Computer Learning Center, where the community gets hands-on IT training.
Those who would like to brush up on that technology skills will launch the Techno Lounge. We'll also have what is known as the Ice Room, where it's the expectation that groups will come together, innovate, collaborate, and execute.
The ground floor features several business suites, administrative offices, and a conference room. The second floor is still in the works, a space being reimagined. And on the third floor is the Institute for Nonprofit Innovation and Excellence.
We as a college feel a special obligation and opportunity to try to showcase innovation when it happens that then can be replicated anywhere in Florida.
From a design standpoint, the center has a mix of old and new. This living wall adds a softer feel, but developers wanted to save the site's history.
The brick paving was salvaged because it had donor names within them. We have reclaimed wood associated with the Starbucks, and then the living wall.
TCC says this center is the future of the college and of the community.
We will need more creativity. We will need more innovation and imagination. And the college, in order to remain relevant, needs to be at the forefront of those efforts.
Efforts that now have a place to call home. In Tallahassee, Stephen Jiwanmall, WTXL, ABC 27.
And we continue our Building Tallahassee series tonight, looking into development in the capital city. Now, Midtown has seen renewed energy in recent years with the addition of new businesses and even more to come.
That's right. WTXL ABC 27 Stephen Jiwanmall takes a closer look at how this part of the city continues to grow.
A familiar business is Midtown's new kid on the block. Ricardo's restaurant is making the move from Capitol Circle to Benton Place.
The heart of Midtown is kind of developing really nicely. We want to certainly be part of that.
The family-style Italian restaurant isn't quite ready yet, but owner John Acevedo says relocating to Midtown is worth the wait.
A lot of our regulars, are from this area. The walking traffic around here is going to be a certain plus for us.
Ricardo's is taking over a space that used to be the Curry Pot, and before that, another Italian restaurant. Acevedo says Ricardo's will draw in loyal customers and new ones in the neighborhood.
I'm also missing our food too. It's not just the customers. I'm missing our pizza like you wouldn't believe.
Ricardo's restaurant will open at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, February 28th. Traveling down Thomasville Road, Midtown Reader has emerged as a unique independent bookstore.
It's such a welcoming and casual and fun environment with you see all types of people. Tallahassee is such a diverse city, and I think you are exposed to that diversity, which is a wonderful thing in Midtown.
Midtown Reader opened in December 2016. Owner Sally Bradshaw says the local business community was very supportive.
It's like a welcome wagon. They all came and dropped by and visited and browsed and made us feel right at home in Midtown.
Since opening, the bookstore has welcomed several authors and started different community programs.
At Midtown Reader, you can read, think, and share. That's our motto, and we really hope we're providing that environment for Tallahasseans.
As Midtown Reader settles into the neighborhood, there's development right across the street that will bring office and retail space to Midtown. The former site of the Blueprint Shop is now the vision of Matt McAfee, the owner of GBGH Construction.
We're trying to develop a larger scale project, possibly 30 to 40,000 square feet, depending on how we can, accommodate parking.
McAfee says the project could include high-scale residential units to accommodate larger groups.
They can come in for the football games, they can come in for session, they can come in for a wedding. And basically we can have events at our space as well.
There's no date when construction will start, but McAfee says the project gives Midtown something unique.
Businesses in this area that could benefit from a residential component in Midtown, because that's not existent right now.
Connecting government and academia to residential neighborhoods, Midtown continues to offer diverse business opportunities in the capital city. In Tallahassee, Stephen Jiwanmall, WTXL, ABC 27.
Tonight's Building Tallahassee series explores development in higher education. We've told you about Tallahassee Community College and its new Center for Innovation. But Florida State and Florida A&M University have been working to grow and renovate as well.
As WTXL, ABC 27 Stephen Jiwanmall shows us, both universities have considerable plans to meet growing enrollment.
change has finally come for the Wesley Foundation.
We tore down our 1970s chapel and our 1950 fellowship hall.
The foundation on Jefferson Street serves students at FSU and TCC. This new building opened in January 2017.
We've had aging facilities for decades. Since the 1980s, the Wesley Foundation has wondered, what are we going to do with our buildings?
The new facility seats 600 people, with space for a cafe and coffee bar. Pastor Mike Taluba says the development is part of the bigger picture at Florida State.
In about 20 years, we'll be right in the heart of campus as campus grows to the south and to the east.
You can hear the sounds of construction all around me. This is the new courtyard for 4 residence halls at Florida State. In 2015, the new Dorman and Divinity were set up, and coming up in fall 2017, 2 more residence halls.
The reason we're doing this and have invested this much is because we felt our students deserve the best living locations on campus.
More than 900 beds will replace those from former dorms. These halls will feature suite rooms and seminar space, and with the new development comes 4 food stations for students.
So they're able to work together, study together, eat together now, and with the courtyard development and the different things we have lots of gathering spaces for our students.
Elsewhere on campus, a major project will transform the Oglesby Student Union.
There are a lot of great things that we do here, but if we had the facilities, we could do so much more.
Ducat says the university is still planning and designing its vision for the union. The goal is to break ground in the spring of 2018 and to complete the project in the fall of 2020. While construction at Florida State University is underway, development here at Florida A&M is in the works. We are here at the Pentaplex. It's a group of 5 old residence halls that are no longer being used, but this is the site for future development in terms of housing, retail, and parking.
We really are looking to redevelop those areas, modernize those facilities so that our students will have a better learning, living experience on campus.
FAMU is reviewing financing options to start working on development. The university wants to model future housing after FAMU Village, considered a living, learning community.
We find students who are like-minded individuals, who are in the same major or have a common program.
And over on the athletic side, Bragg Memorial Stadium will undergo major repair. Work is set to start during the 2017 spring semester and to be complete before football starts in the fall.
It's not only that the students, faculty, staff over here wanted, but the support that we have received from the community, that's been really a blessing for us.
2 universities, 2 different paths to build up the capital city. In Tallahassee, Stephen Jiwanmall, WTXL, ABC 27.
Tonight, we wrap up our series Building Tallahassee. Over the past 5 weeks, we've brought you exciting news about development in the capital city.
The final piece takes a look at healthcare in Tallahassee and how it's more than just hospitals that are expanding. WTXL ABC 27's Stephen Jiwanmall shows us the newest additions, providing more resources for the capital city.
Going to the dentist never looked this fun. Tallahassee Pediatric Dentistry opened in December 2016, a one-stop shop for care that comes with a smile.
We want it to be a positive thing, so being able to offer those options helps the child undergo dental procedures in a much safer manner.
Dr. Sean Hanway is a Tallahassee native. She said finding this location has been a blessing.
This area of Tallahassee, especially the north side of town, has a lot of young communities and young families, and so it worked out nicely.
The office includes rooms for new patients, special procedures, and even one for infants.
We have a baby and me room that we use for lap exams to really encourage visiting the dentist by the 1st birthday.
We go now from a new resource in town to a healthcare establishment, Tallahassee Memorial, breaking new ground, literally. The Mustian Center, a 5-story, $250 million project expanding intensive care and surgery for adults.
It is going to be a state-of-the-art complex, something that will really differentiate TMH not just in this region but across the country.
The center is planned to open in February 2019 and even more is in the works.
Developing a women and children's facility on this campus, where it's in design right now, that will focus on outpatient services, and in that building we'll have a number of pediatric services that will be new to our community.
Heading to the other hospital in town, Capital Regional Medical Center has been expanding too. In February 2016, an outpatient facility opened at Bannerman Crossing, providing pediatrics and family practice.
It just made sense that folks that live in that community are going to want to have an extended hour clinic so they can have access to a physician and a mid-level provider.
And in the medical office building behind the hospital, an outpatient program for behavioral health was set up in October 2016.
What that allows for is post-discharge for folks to get that continued care in a group setting that they need.
Miccosukee Road isn't just home to 2 hospitals. In January, this facility opened up, catering to medical space.
There's a ton of offices around here, physicians, so it's just easier for patients to get here.
American Health Imaging is one of the first tenants at the new facility, relocating from Capitol Circle.
So it's convenience factor for being able to be between the hospitals as well as being near their patient base.
We're growing, we have brand new equipment, we have 2 brand new MRIs that are the latest and greatest on the market.
This stretch of new healthcare development is known as the Miccosukee Medical Corridor, all part of building the capital city. In Tallahassee, Jiwanmall, WTXL, ABC 27.